massive learning experience in this property.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's that many things that this property has got. It's had asbestos, it's had structural problems, it's got issues, it's got damp, it's got every issue you probably can. It's probably the best thing for everybody to learn on.
Actually, they changed the rules when it comes to conversion, and they now don't want to convert assets like this. They want to keep them as pubs.
You had the vision. Yeah. You all had the vision. Anthony, James, you all could see what it was going to be. That's why you took this project on.
Add it up.
No banter. I don't think anybody can beat me at anything. And I wasn't even at first year.
There's a lot of enthusiasm.
Add it up.
Welcome to another video, and today we are in Wigan and we're at this former pub. We're with the owners. We're going to go inside, see what they're going to do with this space and let you know if they're going to make any money. Here we are, we're inside this former pub, the Queen's Arms, and I'm with the owner, Anthony, or one of the owners. There's James and David as well, who David you will meet later on. Fantastic building. What made you buy this pub?
Do you know what? Actually, we were in the area looking at other residential properties, and we were sat in the McDonald's across the road, and we looked across and saw this empty building and thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could do something with that? And then when it came onto the market and we came in and had a look around the building, when I first came here, the agent wouldn't even come into the building with me.
You told me the story.
You know, there was dead rats on the stairs, and it was just so full of rubbish. And you know, like I said to you, it's actually in better condition now than when we first took it on.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty bad as it's going. When we first came into the building, we didn't really have a vision for how many units we wanted to get out of it. We knew we wanted to look at turning it into apartments because there's good demand in the area for apartments or for rented accommodation, but we didn't really know how many we wanted to get out of it. So then we started looking at the numbers and thinking, how many do we need to make it work? What does the renovation cost? And then that's how we started to build the plan around it. We actually put a social media post out about this building saying that we were looking for an architect when we were trying to assess how many units we could get out of it. And that's how I met David.
Cool story, because now you have a whole business together and things are here. You're going to meet David in a minute when we go upstairs. So explain to me what the plan is for this building now. And also, what did you purchase the property for?
So it's £80,000 ex-VAT.
Yep.
Then obviously with all our legal fees and everything, we're in for about 98, 100,000 somewhere.
Okay, so you're in for 100,000 and then you have got this design.
So we purchased this subject to planning. So before we got into it, we obviously had these done to know that we were going to get planning, it was going to work. So this is our initial floor plan of the building. So you've got ground floor and first floor. And you can obviously see this area here, which is the outer area of the building, which would have been the beer garden.
Yep.
So what the plan is we're knocking down this section, or we've knocked down this section of the building to allow us to gain extra floor space just to create a two-storey extension.
Yep.
So what that's allowed us to do is actually gain 2 extra bedrooms in the apartments. So when we take the original plan, what we've got now is we've got 6 apartments, we've got 4 2-beds and 2 1-beds. If we'd have kept the building in this format, what we would have ended up with is 2 2-beds and 2 1-beds.
Okay, so effectively with the extension, you've added 2 2-bedroom flats.
2 units, yeah.
Okay, 2 units, which is great. So obviously it makes more money. Mm-hmm. And what is the cost of the renovations here, roughly? So
we're on track for around about 250,000 at the minute,
okay.
Renovation costs. Obviously things have changed as the build process has gone along.
Yep.
Costs have gone up and things have come along that we'll talk about as we go through.
Okay.
But about 250 so far.
What's the main problems that you faced with this property?
We've had some structural problems that we've had to deal with, and these are really things that have just amended the way we've done the plans. I think this is the difference between doing a ground-up development to doing a commercial to residential, because until you start taking walls down and start taking things back to brick, you don't really know what's behind it.
Yeah.
We've also encountered some more asbestos as we've gone around the building, which has meant we had to stop work for a period of time to get that cleaned out. And obviously that added quite a cost onto the project as well. We'll
go more into that when we're upstairs with David, but for now, I'm going to have a look around on this first floor and then we'll go upstairs and have a chat with David. So where I'm standing, this is the 2-bedroom that I'm standing in right now. And if you follow me around here, as you can see, look at the space behind me. This is a 1-bedroom, so from there to there. And then as you come around here with this space there and this space behind me, we have another 2-bedroom. So on this ground floor, there's 2 2-bedrooms and 1 1-bedroom. The only thing that you can't see here is the wall that's been knocked down to go outside into the extension. Or you can see the wall, you can't see the extension. So I'm going to take you outside and show you that before we go upstairs. So as we come outside into what was the beer garden, you can see behind me the extension that's taking place at the moment. And this is what creates the extra space to form the 2 extra apartments that have 2 bedrooms in each, adding value to the end of the property. And that is what should make them their profit. Here I am with David. Thank you for joining us. He's one of the owners of this property. And how did you get involved in this? I know Anthony told us downstairs he put a Facebook request out. Yeah. You responded to it, but when you came here, what made you think, yeah, I'll get involved with this and take on such a huge project?
Well, I was dragged kicking and screaming at the time.
Okay.
If you look at the state of the place, it's not the best place. I'm a structural engineer as well, but that's what I was liked about it, because being a structural engineer doing architecture, it was a project I'd like to get involved in, because there's a lot of work that needs doing to it. So it needed new foundations, there's tie rods holding the building together. So from my point of view, it was a good project to get involved in. And when they asked me to join them and become part of it, I instantly said yes.
You had the vision,
yeah.
You all had the vision, Anthony, James, you all could see what it was going to be. That's why you took this project on. And now you've got 6 apartments, and we know the purchase price, we know the renovation costs, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah. What are you expecting the end value to be?
The worst case, we said 450.
Yep.
The likely case is around about 500.
Okay.
But again, with the current market, it could go higher. But at the moment, we're just keeping it at the worst case and the likely case.
Conservatively, you're being conservative.
Very conservative.
And £100,000 profit minimum, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah. Still a great project then, isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic for £100,000.
Yeah.
And learning, massive learning experience in this property.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's that many things that this property has got. It's had asbestos. It's had structural problems. It's got issues. It's got damp. It's got every issue you probably can. It's probably the best thing for everybody to learn on is to do a property like this. But not say that if you're a new person.
Yeah, if you're newbie, there's no chance.
No, I said keep away from these ones. Yeah. But if you are going to do some developments, it's best to get these type of ones out of the way, because you learn so much as an experienced person. Yeah. But again, I wouldn't recommend this not for a new person at all.
Standing here right now, I'm in the 2-bedroom apartment that's upstairs, and you come through a door that's going to be there, leads into the kitchen and the lounge. Then it comes through into bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and a bathroom will be here in the middle. Then as I walk through here now, going into this room, as you can see, I'm sure the plan's on the wall. Yes, it is. This is the 1-bedroom space. You can see how big this is. This is the 1-bedroom apartment upstairs. And then here, just in front of these barriers where me and Anthony are standing, that is going to be the 2-bedroom apartment, but that wall will be knocked out and it goes into the extension that you guys have just seen downstairs. And obviously it goes upstairs because it's a double story. Great property.
Thank you.
Really impressed with the property. Love the numbers. Quick one. I've been offered so many pubs in the last month, 2 months, that people keep saying to me, snap them up, they're a bargain, turn them into residential. Can you please explain to everybody what the problem is with that at the moment?
Yeah, so when we initially found this in 2019, I had a pipeline full of pubs, very similar, that we were trying to take on. And we got planning on this before 2020 kicked in. In August of 2020, all pubs and takeaways were changed to a sui generis classification. So that meant that actually they changed the rules when it comes to conversion, and they now don't want to convert assets like this. They want to keep them as pubs. So if you are taking a pub on, it's absolutely fine if you get one like this that's been vacant for a number of years, and you can do a viability study to state that actually it's not viable to keep it there as a pub, it's better to convert it into residential. But if you're taking one on that stopped trading in 2020 when coronavirus hit, the likelihood is that if you put that viability case in there, they'll turn around and say that actually it is still viable for it to be a pub. So you really need them to have 18 months plus vacant use prior coronavirus.
Great tip for people at home. Like I said, a lot of people are trying to do commercial to residential conversions at the moment, and the first thing they talk about are pubs. So take this advice, listen, make sure you do your own due diligence on properties, and if you are looking at buying a pub, make sure you speak to the right people and you know what you can do with it. But for now, I'm going to go and have a look around again, and I'll catch you outside in 2 minutes. So there you have it, a fantastic commercial to residential conversion by the boys, David, Anthony and James. I really enjoyed my day out here. It's really hard for anybody else to come in here and see the vision that these guys saw. So hopefully you guys at home have taken a great lesson from this video. And on that note, please smash that like button and I will catch you soon in another video.